Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be taking two AirTags that I purchased and we're going to be planting them on my girlfriend without her permission. Now this video is actually in all good faith. It's just supposed to be a joke. It's not supposed to be taken seriously, but we are going to be planting two AirTags on my girlfriend without her permission. Now just for the record, I do love my girlfriend and I do trust her, but this video is just supposed to be taken lightly and as a joke. It's just supposed to test out Apple's accuracy and how powerful the AirTags are and what they're actually capable of. Alright, so let's get started. I actually purchased two AirTags from the Apple website. These AirTags, I had them delivered over to my house and they actually arrived pretty fast. I had them personalized. I named one AirTag 1 and one number 2, just so I don't get them confused. The first one I named the blue emoji and the second one I named the credit card emoji. The first one I actually put in my girlfriend's car. I put this actually in her trunk. I put this in her wheel lock box. Now just for the record, me and her actually don't live together. So I thought this would be perfect. I'm able to actually track her when she's on the road, if she's parked her car somewhere, if she's going to somebody's house. Just exactly where she's going, would show me exactly where she is. And these AirTags are pretty small, so you actually won't find them. And I don't think she'll ever go in her wheel lock box. I 100% know she won't. She has no need to go in her wheel lock box, so I highly doubt that she would find this small AirTag in her wheel lock box. The second AirTag, which I actually named the credit card emoji, I put this AirTag in her purse. Now this was for even more accuracy, because I know sometimes she parks the car or she actually doesn't take her car, but I know she's always with her purse. Wherever she goes, she's with her purse. Tag in her purse, because her purse is super messy and it's super small. It almost looks like a Tic Tac and it's super easy to hide the AirTags. So I put this one in her purse. Now I actually wanted to try out the AirTags and see if they actually worked and how they were going to be. So once I planted these AirTags, we decided to go for breakfast. Without her knowing, I had planted these things in the morning when she was in the washroom, and when she came out, she was all ready. We decided to go get some breakfast. We decided to go to the beach later on, and we decided to stop over to get some coffee at a coffee shop. And so while we're doing this, I'm actually driving her vehicle, and the AirTag is planted. The first one is planted in the trunk of her car, and the second one is planted in her purse without her knowing. And as you would suspect, she didn't suspect anything unusual. We're just going about our day. Now I'm recording this whole event. I told her that this was part of my vlog on the YouTube, and that she shouldn't mind the camera, and she wasn't too suspicious of anything. So we're actually going to the drive-thru, and we ordered some coffee, right? And it comes time to pay, and I actually pull out my credit card, and she's like, no, let me pay for this one. And so I insisted to pay for it, which I ended up paying for it. Once I did end up paying for it, she still wanted to, pull out her debit card. She's like, I'm actually having trouble finding my debit card. So I said, okay. And I continued with the drive-thru and grabbing the food from the drive-thru person. And then we pull over to the parking lot while she continues to search. I told her to put the stuff away and just enjoy the food, which she ended up doing. But later on, we were driving to the beach, and she was still so persistent in finding her debit card. She ends up opening her wallet, and she ends up going through each and every single pocket. Now, I was not expecting her to go through each and every pocket to find her debit card. She uses her debit card so much that she should have just found it. Anyways, she ends up finding the AirTags. And, I pretend like I don't know what this AirTag is. And the good thing is, she doesn't know what it is either. So she looks at it and she's like, hey, do you know what this is? And I said, no, it looks like a button of some sort. It looks like some kind of Tic Tac or a button of, honestly, I honestly don't know what that is. And then she said, oh, okay. And the best part was, since she wasn't too tech savvy, she actually doesn't know what this item is. And so, but she's pretty suspicious about it. So I was like, oh, let me take a look at it. And I was like, oh, let's just put it away. Let's just, enjoy some music. And then she pulls out her phone and she decides to Google what this AirTag was. And she continues to read, and I should have figured at this point that the jig is up, that she's figured everything out, and I'm simply going to be in a lot of trouble. But she does some more Googling and she's like, hey, I think this is a tracking device. I was like, well, maybe you bought it with the wallet, or maybe you bought it the other day. And then she's like, no, that can't be possible. And it goes back and forth and back and forth. And eventually she said, I think somebody planted this on me. And I said, well, who would do that? And she asked me. She's like, well, did you plant this on me? I said, no, I mean, we spend most of our time together, even though we don't live together. So there's actually no need for me to plant anything for you. So I tried to actually divert the situation over to her ex and say, well, maybe it was your ex-husband that actually did it. And, she almost buys the bait. And, but I did feel a lot of guilt. Eventually we go to this beach and we're sitting at this park, and she's like, if it was you, you should tell me at this point. And I ended up telling her. I did end up admitting. I thought, well, what's the worst case scenario? I tell her what it is, and I tell her it's from my YouTube channel, and because we spend most of our time together anyway, so there's no actual need to track her. But and even if I do and end up losing this one, she doesn't know about the backup one, the second AirTag that's in her car. So, anyways, I tell her. I said, hey, that was actually from my YouTube channel. I was tracking you. I do apologize. And so she was a little bit disappointed at first, but then once I did tell her it was about the YouTube and it was just about content creating, she just kind of she laughed it off, and things went back to normal. So in the end, she was like, hey, we should just keep the AirTag in my purse since you said it was for content and whatnot. So I said, hey, it's going to lose its genuine feel to it. Just give me the AirTag back and I'll think of something creative. So I ended up actually taking the AirTag back, and I actually have the AirTag with me. But all along, I do know that there is a second AirTag in her car, which she still doesn't know about. So I'm still actively tracking her, and it's still working, which is great. I'm going to make a second video on that, but if you guys have made it this far in the video, please like and subscribe. It'll mean a lot to me, okay guys? Thank you guys for watching right to the end. If you guys don't mind subscribing, as I mentioned, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you so much.